another thing is that when we look at a meridian, so for instance, and Tai is a good example. So we do not look at a kind of line which is between points, you know, not exactly. We look always at a place or a whole part of the body or a whole, so yeah, where a given quality of chi is at work to regulate something. So, and what I mean is that when we have the Tai in mind, so what we have to imagine is not exactly a line, but it's more a presence of a quality of chi in the whole part of the body, so everywhere, even inside of the body, so everywhere on a kind of comme une tranche, of a kind of like a slide, yes, like a slide, you know. So what I mean, it's so the Tai is not at the surface. It's not even a line which is somewhere deeper. So there is a presence of a quality of chi which is everywhere in my body at that level, you know. And it is by that it is able to meet all the meridians, all these other chi which are absolutely everywhere, descending and ascending. Because of course I speak of meridians, I have my chart with my line and so on, but in reality these chi are everywhere. I don't have an inch of my body inside which is without chi ruled by one of the 12 meridians. You know? So the Tai is everywhere here, you know, at that level. So, and this is the presence of this quality of chi able to regulate the coming up and down of the chi through all the meridians, as we saw yesterday, the Chongmai being the one responsible for the good circulation of the blood guided by the chi in the whole body, extending everywhere, in the four limbs, in all the flesh and all the muscles and so on, but going the right way. And so the Chongmai is this quality of chi, making sure that each of the meridians will rule correctly the blood and chi in all this pathway. The Tai is just making sure that everything that is going the right way and not being just in an erratic circulation. So we also have this kind of possible image, which is that the Tai is a kind of embracing or encircling of encircling the whole body, all the chi, all the meridians, and holding them together, you know. So an image that I may use, which is not in the Chinese text, is when you build a barrel, for instance, for wine. So you have those, you know, you need to have a kind of cycle, yeah, round cycle, to hold everything together. So, and to be sure that it goes right, you know, and not like this or like that, you know. And so it's one image, of course, with all the limits of it, for the Tai by making that, by ensuring the regularity of the movement, the going up and down of the chi. In the same time doing that, it ensures that everything is remaining at the right place, and so that everything is together also and hold together as a girdle, you know.
So, are you saying that this pattern of energetic flow that the Daimai has is everywhere? Like
everywhere at that level, you know.
Oh,
at that level, yeah, which is what is said by the pathway, you know. So, and of course, being acting at that level, it is in contact with all of the meridians. All of the 12 meridians are passing by, you know, from left. So including the extraordinary meridian, but that's another. So let us take the 12 meridians. So having this contact with all of the 12 meridians, so he's able to make them going right and regularly, you know, in ascending and descending. So, okay, and so now there is some time representation, and especially in later books, of the Tai-mai. I don't know if you saw that, not as one but as three, a kind of triple thing that I have on, for instance, on this picture, this old picture. You know. So, it's so you have. In fact, it were three lines, one at each level of the 3 points on the Shaoyang of foot. Yeah.
So the Dhamma is like a funnel in some ways.
Yeah. It's yeah. Not exactly. It's more. You know, this kind, or we will come back on later on that, it's a kind of presence of qi here, so, in the body, but going, but also present everywhere in the depth of the body at that level. And so, crossing all the meridians, which are by definition vertical. So, a meridian is by definition vertical because the verticality implied a kind of heavenly order. So, and as we saw yesterday, the character for meridian thing implied an organization, a kind of natural organization, and a very basic organization. So has the idea of something which is vertical. So, but the Tai-mai is, as you know, is the only one which is not vertical, but able to encompass and to cross and to penetrate all the other meridians which are verticals. So, not exactly as a funnel, an entonnoir, a funnel, yeah. Not exactly. I will say that it's more a presence of qi everywhere. Now, you may represent light by a kind of line like that, or you may represent it as some pictures that we have in old books as a triple line, you know, one at the level of gallbladder 26, another on 27, another on 28. So now, yeah, it's exactly the same thing, you know. It's a kind of presence in all this area. And as we saw very briefly yesterday, 3 is a symbolic number of the qi, and 1 is something which cannot be manifest, which is not manifested, and 3, in fact, may be very, very short here, but is taken as the manifestation of the 1. So, and in ancient China is very, very, very usual. We found that everywhere. So, so it is as the unity of a couple is seen in the children. So you cannot represent the 1, but you may represent something at the level of 3. For instance, in the Taoist, it's the reason why we have what is called the 3-1, or the 3 pure. But, you know, we don't have 3-1 if 1 is everything. We cannot have 3 times everything. But the 3-1, it's a way to represent by 3 what cannot be represented, and which is 1. So always the same kind of thing. So.